Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to our channel. If you are new here, my name is Chenelle, the owner of 3 Balls Handmade Soaps and More. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I made this hot processed chocolate bar soap. Alright y'all, so as always, I have everything out on the table that I'm going to be working with for today. And first up, I have this Baker's unsweetened chocolate bar here. You can use the powder. I still have some of this bar left over, so I'm just going to finish this on out. Now this is a hot process soap, so I do have my crock pot over here in the corner, but pretty much everything else is the same. I'm undecided on if I'm going to add a little bit of milk powder to this soap or not, but we'll see. I think I want to, but we'll see. So let me go ahead and clean off my table and then we'll get started. First, I started by weighing out my ingredients. Now here I am just weighing out my chocolate. Now I did replace just 2 ounces of my liquid with this chocolate. And here I am just weighing out my super fat. So I did hold back on the super fat to add that after the cook. Now I did add 2 teaspoons of salt to my soap before I added in my lye solution, just to give me a harder bar. You can always use sodium lactate, but I'm just using the salt, and then I'm just gonna stir that up and make sure that that is all dissolved before I throw in my lye. And here we are outside of my well ventilated area, just stirring it up again before I add in my sodium hydroxide. Now when working with sodium hydroxide, you want to make sure that you take the necessary precautions to protect yourself. Make sure that you're in a well ventilated area. You have on closed-toe shoes, long pants, gloves, protective eyewear, long sleeves, all that good stuff. Now once you add in your sodium hydroxide, you just want to continue to stir that up until your water lye solution is clear. Alright, so once I was back inside, it was then time for me to add my water lye solution to my oils and butters, and no need to let anything cool down since this is a hot process soap and we're going to cook our soap. So we can go ahead and add our sodium hydroxide, our water lye solution directly into our oils, and we're just going to stick blend until we reach trace. All right, y'all, so my camera cut off, but here is my soap once I reached trace, and pretty much I'm just using my spatula to kind of stir it up a little bit, and then we're just gonna put the lid on and just let it cook. All right, so a few minutes into the cook, and I did have a little volcano action, you know, little champagne bubble action going on, And the soap is gonna go through like 4 different stages. You got the champagne bubble stage, the applesauce stage, as well as the mashed potato stage, and then like a translucent stage. I will have a more detailed video link down below, definitely showing you like all the different stages. But some people don't check theirs. Some people just leave theirs alone, let it cook. I personally stir mine just because I can't help myself. So, and I mean, it still turns out fine. But anyway, so here I am just scraping the sides before I put the lid back on. All right, so here we are at our translucent stage. At this point, it kind of looks like petroleum jelly, like just, like gel, have like that gelled look to it. So I just stirred it up a little bit, and then it was time for me to test my soap. Now to test my soap paste, all I did was just take a little bit of distilled water, place it in the soap, and then just use my pH test strip. And it was kind of hard to tell like which one it was. Like I don't believe it was at 10 for sure. Like that's way too dark, but yeah, it was somewhere in between there. Definitely not 10. I mean, I don't think it was 10, but anyway, either way, it was ready. So now at this point, now this right here is my melted chocolate and my super fat. Now, y'all, at this very moment, I made the decision to add some buttermilk powder to my soap. I kind of went back and forth on whether or not I wanted to add it, but literally like at the last minute, I was just like, okay, why not? Let's give it a try. So here we are. Now for this, I did just use 2 teaspoons of buttermilk powder. I added that into the melted chocolate and my super fat that I held back on. So right now I'm just gonna I was just stirring that up and trying to get that chocolate milk like, dissolved in there with the super fat and the chocolate. Not chocolate milk, trying to get that buttermilk dissolved in there, that powdered milk dissolved in there with the super fat and the chocolate. I thought I did a pretty good job at, getting it blended up in there, but you will see here in a sec. I guess once it hit the soap here, I don't know. But anyway, so here I am just adding that into my soap, and then I just stirred that up until that chocolate was like really, really, really blended up in that soap paste. So the chocolate and my super fat. Now I will say, like, the next time I make this soap hot process, this particular one for sure, I will, if I decide to add milk, which I'm sure I will again, I will add that to my oils before I add in my water lye solution, and then just add my super fat and chocolate after the cook. Because here in a minute you'll be able to see that like all those look kind of like little specks in there. That was from that powdered milk. But I mean, I'm not complaining about it. I know the last time I made a hot process soap and used that powdered milk, it did the same thing. I kind of thought that the super fat as well as that chocolate would kind of help dissolve that, but I guess it didn't. But anyway, y'all, so here we are scooping this out into my soap mold, and I just scooped a little bit, and then it kind of looks like almost like fudge, like brownies or something like that. But so I just scooped it out and put it in the soap mold, and then kind of like slammed it on the table a little bit, and kind of just kept like repeating the steps, like repeating the process. But I mean, I don't know, y'all let me know what you think. It definitely reminds me of like some brownie mix, like that chocolate fudge brownie mix or something. All right, y'all. So after I got the soap in the mold, I just took my spatula, and y'all know how I do. Those of you that have been hanging out with me for a little minute now, like whenever I make my hot process soaps, I just take the spatula and kind of just do how I'm doing now. Kind of just go over the top like that to kind of give it that roughed up look, sort of, kind of. But yeah. So once I was done doing that, I just cleaned off my soap mold, and it was just time to let this soap cool down. It's already in, that gel stage. So at this point, it's just cooling, and then once it cools, we can cut. All right, y'all. So here we are, and y'all look at the top. Like, y'all can't tell me that that does not look like brownies or something. Like, it's. I just love it. I just love the way that the top of this soap look. I love how it came out. But anyway, right here I'm just getting ready to take the soap out of the mold, and like I said, there is no gel stage. We cooked it, so therefore it has already been through the whole gel phase thingy. So now right here, this is the soap out of the mold, and y'all look at how like rough and like rugged and rustic this looks. I just love it. Y'all know how I feel about these hot process soaps. That's why I had to make another one, because I just missed making them. But now here I am, cutting my soaps, and y'all, this first cut shocked me. I don't know why, but it just did. But anyway, so I continued to cut, and honestly, like, it was like the more I cut, like the more I actually like the way that the soap came out. So yeah, y'all just enjoy the cut, and I'll be right back. And y'all be sure to tune in every Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I go live. Come chat with me, ask questions. If I don't know the answer, trust me, somebody in the chat can definitely help us both out. So again, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Sunday. Come hang out with me and ask questions, all that good stuff. So now, once I was done cutting my soap, it was then time for me to stamp them. So here I am, just lining them up. And y'all let me know if you've made a hot process chocolate soap before. I did do the soap coat process, and I just recently did a lather test with this soap coat process. So but yeah, and I will have that linked down below. So but yeah, right now I am just using my saran wrap. If you're new to my channel, I'm using some saran wrap to place down, so between my soap and my stamp, so that way I don't get any soap in my stamp. And y'all, just like that, we are all done. Y'all just look at this. Y'all just take a moment to look at this soap. Let me know what you think down below, y'all. I'm so pleased with the way they came out. I think they look really, really nice. And yeah, y'all let me know. So But other than that, y'all, that's pretty much all I have for today. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving me a thumbs up. And if you have not done so already, consider subscribing to our channel. And to all of our wonderful supporters out there, we love and thank you guys so much. And until next time, I will see you guys later.